Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Aye, the tide still flows and the wind still blows, but it's time for us to leave her. It was a summer day, we set our sails. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. With the freeborn storm we could not fail. Now it's time for us to leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Aye, the tide still flows and the wind still blows, and it's time for us to leave her. Near 200 ships set out that day. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. And they turned their might towards Qatar Bay, and it's time for us to leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Aye, the tide still flows and the wind still blows, and it's time for us to leave her. Was a magic fog upon the sea. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. It obscured both friend and enemy. Now it's time for us to leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Aye, the tide still flows and the wind still blows, and it's time for us to leave her. And the Grendel...
Hello everybody, how are we doing? Hope we're all doing good. Join this fucking song is haunting me, I swear to God. Swear to God. I'm not quite on the bottom. There we go. It's a Wild Steve. Yeah, how are we all doing today? Are we all good? At least it wasn't the Wellerman. Yeah. Yes. This is very, very true, Pete. It could have been a lot worse. So I'm drawing. Hopefully my computer won't crash. Yeah, I hope so. Hi Grim. Hi Ben. Hi Pete. And everybody doing alright? Been drawing up kit ideas. Awesome. That's awesome. Look, I live with Sam, who's currently recording a full album of sea shanties. I hear all of them all the freaking time. Have you considered murder? No? I'm joking. I'm joking. That's a joke. Risotto. I do like a good risotto. I hope we're doing alright. It's, I'm trying out a... Hi Joe. How you doing, buddy? Just going to say hi, depending on how I'm going, I might just sit and watch. That's fine, mate. If there is no need for everybody to chat, if you just want to sit here, listen, and do things like that. So, I have a new desk. I have a wonderful, fancy new desk now in front of me. I have a nice stand for my TV, for the monitor to go on. I have 2 lights. I have a proper green screen. Oh, you can sort of see the outline around my fingers of it. I have a proper green screen going on now. Oh, thanks for the bits. Thanks for the bits earlier, Joe. Thanks for the bits, Grim. Jim Bob Jim Shoes. Subscribe to Prime. Thank you so much for doing that. Be gentle. We will. We're always gentle. So, we're getting all this new stuff. I have a new computer coming tomorrow. So, hopefully, with the new webcam that I will have in it, and everything will be set up, the stream should look even better, and we can do more things. So I want to do more. So that leads me to this above me. I can't point because it goes out of screen, and then I go all grainy and horrible. 4 meter bell tent, 13 bits. I have gone to, thank you, Han, Bell Tent Boutique. They do a 4 meter bell tent for $396, something like that. So I figured these bits will set a target. When we hit that target, I'll buy a bell tent with it, and then that bell tent will give away. I think that's probably the best way to do it, and I think that should work. So if you want to give donating bits. There is a donate button there for PayPal down somewhere on the stream, down on Twitch. I don't know how that works. I've set it up. Don't even know if it appears on stream or what. So I don't know. It's a thing. So I figured that would be something good, and it will give back to the community, and we can all do some. It will all be good, and we can have fun with it, and hopefully we'll get someone a bell tent, and then we can start to work on that. And I'm going to contact Bell Tent Boutique, and I'm going to see if they would be willing to cut us some sort of deal, so we can do some other things as well. Just found out my sister-in-law is having another baby. Oh, that's awesome! Congratulations, Uncle Ben. No, Uncle Ben. Oh dear. Well, you either make amazing rice, or there's bad news for your future. Especially if your nephew becomes Spider-Man. Just saying. Throw that one out there. Yeah. So that's all there is with that. Nice and simple, and I thought we'd stick with this nice little layout and go on from there. So yeah, Spooderman. So yes, that is pretty much that. So tonight, there's been a lot of questions going in the Discord about roleplay, how to get involved in stuff, how do you know when to get involved, how do you get involved in plot, how do you get away from I suppose the anxiety of being in the field and not feeling like you can talk to people and things like that. There's so much to this. It's unreal. So I figured we'd have a chat about it all instead. So on Friday we got Gina Moriarty, the little LARPer, coming on. With the 4 meter bell tent comes great responsibility. Exactly. Yes, definitely. So, yeah, so I'm going to talk to the little LARPer on Friday. We're doing an anonymous cheerer cheered 100. Oh, thank you so much, anonymous cheerer. Thank you for doing that. So, yeah, so that has to get to, I think it's like 40,000. And then those bits will buy a bell tent, basically. So 22 days to go. I thought I would put it down to when Twitch do payouts, basically. So I figured this would be that'd be a good benchmark, and we can see what we can do. If we don't do that and we only get to a certain amount, I mean, we could just go for a 3 meter bell tent. Still a bell tent, and it's still good. And the way we'd do that is I will, all wrong thing, heft prince of bell tent, pretty much. So I figured that it would be, the way we'll do it is I will pay, I will get a voucher for it, and and then whoever wins it can then contact them, redeem the voucher, and get the tent delivered to their home. So nice and simple. So I'm craving for a Cadbury's cream egg. I love Cadbury's cream eggs. I bought 10 yesterday. They've all gone. So, you know. But yeah, so in the Discord we've been chatting about roleplay. What is good roleplay? How to get involved with the roleplay. How to get involved with plot. How to do anything to do with roleplay. How do you check on someone to see if they're okay? How do you not take people and not ruin immersion, and things like that. From my perspective and from my experience, it's not a difficult thing. 5 months, Pete. Jesus, you mad crazy fool, you. It's not for me. It's not a difficult thing, but I have a lot of LARP experience. I've got a lot of roleplay experience. Some of the best advice that I have been given. Heads up, the delivery guys will hate you. Our local UPS guy dreads seeing our address because of the tent shenanigans we had. I'm not going to get a tent delivered here, Smo. I'm going to just pay for a voucher with Bell Tent Boutique, and then whoever wins it, they can get their tent delivered to their home. So, trebuchet, yeah, that'd be good. We don't see enough trebuchets in the field. Yeah, so when I was given good advice when it comes to role play and getting involved in things, and it was by a guy called Stu, who was like the GM of my local vampire LARP. And he always said that if something happens to your character where other players are going to get involved and they're going to come and spank you or something, it's because you've... no, this is Chip and Dale Rescue Range. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. So, ask Abby, she'll know. So yeah, so you can get involved... if you get involved in in any plot and other players or NPCs come along to spank you, then you have done a great thing. The best way I have ever found to get involved in anything is just to say, "Oh, speak of the devil, and she shall appear." Is just to say hello, like Ben says there. I hear talking to people helps. Was Abby born for Chippendale? My memories of it. Very vague. Yeah, Chip and Dale. They were a Disney, an old cartoon, that were under a Disney copyright. So, yes. So I love this T-shirt. Excuse the graininess. So they also had a cameo in the new DuckTales cartoon. Yes. Yeah, I really like them. But my favourite was this guy. I can't remember his name though. So yeah, tangent again. We're doing well. So yeah, so the best thing to do in the field is, so I mean, I like to talk things through from the beginning and all of that sort of stuff. So you get in the field, get set up. Monterey Jack, that's the one. Thank you, Abby. Is when you're in that field. I'm not helping. No, it's fine. When you get into the field, get everything set up. If you are comfortable in your surroundings and you are comfortable with what's going on around you, it makes everything easier. So if you've got things set up, you've had a good evening, you've been to the forge, you've been up to the 2 feet, Hefty Con, whatever, 50 fan meetup, whatever, and you are able to then sit down. Pete, shut up. And if you're comfortable in that situation, so you are, it's easier to do things and get involved when you are in a good locale. So you're able to sit down. Oh, thanks for the bits, Alfie. So if you're able to sit down and you think, well, I know where I am, I know where like my base is, I know where my comfort zone is here. And then you're able to go off and just sit down somewhere. I find Okay, I'll just read this. So Liam says, I'm now more worried about going to Empire than ever. A few days back, my mate, who was supposed to come with me, has said he tried to tell his family and they crapped on his excitement, said he shouldn't go. And he says he wants to go against them. Now I've got to go and travel to Empire by myself. He says, oh, he doesn't want to go against them. Yeah, that's a thing. I'm sad to be missing out on this stream, but Star Wars Roleplay game is tonight. Lots of love. No worries, mate. You take care, bud. Enjoy your game. TTFN. You won't be alone. You will have the Hefty fam. Yes, you will have us, mate. We will all be there. You will meet everybody. You will go and sit down. But this kind of leads into what I've been trying to say. You'll get there. You won't know anyone. Everyone who's new, you won't know anyone because you've never met anyone. You don't know the Hefty fam. You won't know us. I'm just gonna say as well, I hate where my camera is as well. I don't, because it's normally sitting above my TV, but that'll be up here somewhere. So I'll be looking up like that. So that would be a really bad angle. But now I've moved it over there. I'm not a fan. It shows off more my chins. So I think, so when you are there and you come to the meetup and you meet people for the first time, you will relax. You will sit down, you will chill out, and you will find that you will be a lot more comfortable in that place. You will find that you'll be able to talk to people and stuff like that. So when you are in character, yes, you will walk into the field. You won't know any characters there, but you will have the Hefty fam. You will know these people. It's a lot easier when you recognise people. That's for sure. So whereas you won't be able to come up to Mac and go, hi Mac, how are you? How was your thing? And all of this. But you will know me. You'll recognise me. So you'll feel more, it's about feeling more comfortable in that situation. But if you're, there's a travel arrangement group on Facebook that might be able to help. I think I've linked it in the PD links in the Discord. So yeah, so Liam, have a look on that. But yeah, feel free to ask in the Hefty fam as well when an event actually gets announced, because I'm sure we'll be able to sort something for you as well, mate. God, yeah, I'm just rambling, aren't I? Honestly, the people you travel with, I'm 90% sure they will want to talk to you. Yeah, you'll meet a lot of people. At mine and Amy's wedding, my mother-in-law said to some of our friends talking about role-playing, you know it's not real, right? Some people just don't understand, but can be brought around with gentle discussion. Yeah, I think, Liam, if your mate is able to talk to his family and just say, look, it's not real. It's essentially like going to a music festival. I'm going to go out and hang out with a load of mates for 5 days, and then I'll be back. My parents were surprised we hadn't tried LARP yet. My family are very... they don't care. They don't care. They like seeing the photos afterwards, and they go, you look weird. You look really weird, don't you? Steve, you look weird. And that's pretty much the way it is. So what was I saying? So you get into the field. You've got your kit on. You're sat there. There's time in. You don't know what to do. You don't know where you're going. You don't know. You don't know. Yeah, don't know what direction to go in. The easiest thing to do to break the ice of roleplay is to go to your nation's meetup. So a lot of the nations have a meetup beforehand where they will tell you what's going on, and they will announce you as new players. Someone told me to explain it like amateur theatre but in a field. I used to say it was reenactment to people I used to work with. and that was fine. And then they'd say, oh, then they found out it was LARP. Oh my god, that was really loud. Oh, hello, hi Alex, how you doing? Hope you're all right. Um, yeah, you can't hear the sounds. Oh no. Let's have a look. Oh right, yeah, I think I got that. There we go. That should be fine now. You should be able to hear all of the sounds. Yeah, I think I turned something off accidentally. So, yeah. So I remember going to an event, and they're all going, "Oh, LARP," laughing about it all and stuff like that. And then I brought all my stuff in, and they were like, and had these like two really big bags with me, and they were looking at it, going, "They look heavy." It's like they are heavy. It's like it's got my armor in it, and they were like, it's like they were opening it up, and yeah, and they're like banging on it. It's like, oh, this is real stuff. Then it's like, yes, this is real stuff. This is why you see me after the event, and you wonder why I'm covered in bruises. So, but still, so yeah, so go to your nation's thing, because they will announce some stuff that's going on. So if your character is into magic or religion and things like that, they will put out a thing and say, yeah, the national egregore. They will put out a thing, and they'll say, if you're interested in this, go and do Pandora Misfit. That's a cool name. I've been to 6 events, and I always feel really new every time, but I'm not sure if it would be suitable to join in new player things to find out what else I want to get involved in. Oh, definitely is. Definitely is. I know a few people, in fact, who, God, it's so grainy when I lean forward. Oh, that's weird. I know some people who, when they have, then they turn up as a new character, they have gone as their new character to all the new player things, because they are essentially starting again. So, listen.
CHCHCH Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Did we hear this? There we go. That's good. Oh dear. Oh man. Oh, not Goldhawk. Been a while since you've been on stream. Excellent. Welcome back, mate. Good to have you back. So the Navarra are great for having meetings for each particular subset just after time in. Yeah, so I believe Dawn are, the League are. There's a few nations that do a really good job with that one. Daltius. I started airsoft solo. Fast forward 17 years, and the best man and flower girl man, and half the guests were friends I've made over the years. Yep. That's a really good thing, and it's worked for me as well. It's, yeah, people you get closer to are people you meet doing stuff like this. It's great. Also, new players have been going a while, often attend new player meetings and skirmishes to give insight and help. Yes. Yeah, I love to go. I don't do it out before time in. What I will do is I will just Al is fine. Awesome. What I will do is I will turn up to the new player skirmish that's icy, because you get to meet some fantastic new players there, and you get to go around, have a laugh, have a scrap, and watch them do really, really stupid things, and it's so much fun. It is really, really good, because then you get to fight alongside them, and it's really, really good. Did you find that at your first event, nerves went as excitement overtook? Yeah. Yeah. My first event was my first Empire event was the very first event. It's also a good refresher for combat, definitely. My first event for Empire was the very first Empire, and everybody was nervous. Nobody really knew what to do. I hadn't really been to a big LARP fest before. I did Maelstrom once, but that was a clusterfuck, and I hated it. so I came to this not really knowing what to expect, and then when they called time, it was so funny because I remember I was sitting down with Kit and a couple of other people. We were in the Pathfinder, so it was Kit, Rob, and a few others, and we were just they all the refs went time in, time in, time in, and we all sat there like, well, what the fuck are we doing? We don't know what we're doing. What's the point? What are we doing here? And then they came around and they were just like, cheers, Dan. No cursing. Yeah, and then we were just like, and then something like the civil service came along, and they were just like, well, we need generals, we need senators, we need all of these people. So people were voting for people who they didn't know. So like the generals were the loudest at that point. The senators were the really confident people. So there was a few things going on like that, which was interesting. I wonder if they'll run. It's been a while. Training sessions. I think they will. I think the new player get sessions are going to see a lot, but when they started doing that and people were going around, I found that the adrenaline just took over, and I wasn't interested in just sitting there and being one of the people who's just there to play a game. It was like, I want that role. I want to do this, and I want to do that, because when I will admit, when I turned up to Empire, and I was sat by a fire, chatting away to other people there, so I got to talk to people like Owen and Richard, mainly, and it opened my eyes because I was thinking, I don't really want Retro Rich Gaming. We had any inside word on when the first event will be this year? Sorry if it's been asked. No, there's been nothing at the moment. I think, like everybody, we are waiting on what the government are going to say. And then when the government say something, we can react. I'll finish off my last point, and then I'll get on to something else that I have found. So, after seeing all of these people there, because I expected Empire to have, like, oh, don't apologise, mate. A question's a question, so, yeah, it's good. I think, so, I was there expecting Empire to be, like, 500 people, and that was it. Not the 1,500 people that were there. And then they were saying, yeah, we're going to go off and do a skirmish. And I was just like, oh, okay. And so we went off to do a skirmish, and it was like, boom, my character has grown, and it's changed into this. It's now been twisted, and it's become this sort of person. Yeah, as
Bye, it's bits in the pot.
Thanks, Joe. So yeah, so I was expecting not that much, but then it was like 1,400 people there. You go on your skirmish, you get involved in something, and then you do that one thing, and then it changes because you've got something to get involved with. For a brand new player, I will always turn around and I will always say to them, if you're an apothecary, right, the apothecaries guild's over there. If you want to get involved in magic, go and have a chat with some people who do some of the ritualists. Go and find the battle mage. Go and ask for the battle mage, and all of these sorts of things. Go and ask about all of this, because that person, at the end of the day, is a LARPer. And let me tell you this one for free. LARPers love to talk. We love to talk. So, I mean, look at what I'm doing, and look at the people who I have come on this channel. LARPers, we love to chat. We have to chat. It's amazing. So going up to people in game and just going, hi, I'm new to Anvil. What's this? can you tell me about this? And they'll always go, they'll tell you what you need to know, more than you need to know, and other things you need to know about other things that aren't linked. It's amazing. It's great. There are a few people in the field who I know, if I go up to them and I say hello and I have a chat, they will tell me so much more than I need to know. It will fill me in on a lot of information for the week, and it's great. It's so good. I've missed a lot of chat again, so apologies. Let me scroll back up here. We'll carry. Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll carry you through your first few events. Yeah, if someone comes up to you and said, "Have you?" I don't know if people have seen Yes Man at all. So the Jim Carrey film, but it was a book as well, which was very, very funny. And it was literally the same as if someone comes up to you and goes, "Do you want to come and do this with me?" Say yes. Say yes. Go and do it. If someone comes up to you who you don't know and they've been sat at the group with you and then they turn around and go, "I'm going to go to the Forge and have a couple of pints. Does anybody want to come?" Go, "Yes. I would love to go and have drinks with you in the big Forge pub place. We might see some weird shenanigans going on there. We might overhear some things that are going on, and it's great fun." Or if you don't go to the Forge, go to one of the other pubs. Just say yes to everything. How far would you get in an event just saying yes to everything, and how quickly would you die? Depends on hard skills, but you would get a long way. You would be involved in so much. Depends if you end up saying yes to a particularly mean skirmish. Yeah. There are skirmishes. All the skirmishes are graded. They're all given a difficulty, so that the monster crew know how many people to send out. Every now and again, it goes wrong, because you'll go up on a skirmish and they'll say it's going to be hard, but they've got and every now and again they get the numbers wrong. So I've been on a skirmish, and Justin actually died on this skirmish. And we turned up for a skirmish which had 15 people on it. Those 20 people on it. And the monster crew were built for a skirmish expecting 75. We ran in, and we soon ran out again. Because we charged to hit that first line, but then the rest of them joined in. Bad. It was bad, but it gave a lot of things to talk about. So yeah, really, really good. Oh man, right, okay. Let's just go through. So Dow says, "I always say to end an event with a very strong opinion on at least one thing. Definitely. In my case, Retro Rich Gaming. In my case, a silly, terrible Russian accent. Retro Rich Gaming. Is that you, Pete?" Ben, yeah, they're still doing NHS jabs. Mum's got her first dose today. That's like 8 weeks after rollout started. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about politics, because it just gets me into trouble. How far would you get in an event just saying yes to everything? Got a long way. An organisation I'm in uses the term helium hand. I'm still awaiting my vaccine, although should be on the next rollout. I think once the vulnerable people are vaccinated, we'll be looking at a wider rollout and things going back to normal. Dow says, depends if you end up saying yes to a particularly mean skirmish. Steve, I remember when you and Grim came up to me in the Artisans, and honestly I regret not info dumping on you. I just finished some hard roleplay and was talked out. It happens, man. Don't worry. There's always going to be next time. I mean, me and Grim, we're always up for a chat with literally anybody. So if you see us around, so what I said really didn't make any sense, because I haven't been Mac for so long. If you see Mac and Grim about, feel free to come up to us and just start talking at us, because we love it. We really do love it. We love to talk to people. We love it when people give us a drink. We love that sort of stuff, because it gets everybody involved. My whole plan for an event is just saying yes to as many things as possible. Definitely. In character, find out who the information brokers are. Voltaire's has now taken pity on the channel. And no, I'm not going to say that. So, yeah. So where was it? Yeah. So yeah, come up to us and talk to us and that. So I mean, that's all. That's really really cool. Just get people involved. Geez, that's a lot of stuff. Oh, so far behind. But still, oh man, I'm all over the place now. Yeah, so yeah, it just saying yes to people, saying, listening into a conversation, doing all those sorts of things is great fun. Um, so let's scroll back up again. I do love overhearing things. My character seems quiet and not prone to it, but it really is secret gossip. Yeah, as I was going to say, information brokers. Information brokers are people who who listen into things and are good at picking up random bits of information that they think might be useful later, or they are incredibly good at lying or just making stuff up. I would say find an information broker, ask them if they know of anything going on. You might have to pay them a couple of rings, but get involved and do that sort of thing. It's so much fun. It really is so much fun. Yeah, felt lucky and got involved in a really nice plot line when one of our Varushkan legends died on the battlefield, and some winter markers left him to die. Oh no, was that Chernobog by any chance? Was that Chernobog? Jesus, yeah, because if that was, yeah, that's quite an old bit of thing. That was, Chernobog was a legend. My one idea is to try and meet someone from every nation. That's a good plan. That's a really, really good plan. I do apologise for the graininess that keeps appearing. I need to get this rig all sorted out and everything, so I will get there. No, not Pete, but a friend of Pete's. Cool. Awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, go and meet someone from every nation. That's fantastic. Ah, yeah, of course. Olaf was left to die. Ah, yes, that was an absolute... Yeah, as an absolute clusterfuck that was. I remember that. I remember that. Oh man, yeah, that was bad. That was really, really bad. I'm going to walk around being high guard. That'll get enough people annoyed. Even high guard. I think good way to start a conversation. Ask someone from another nation about their weird, to you, ways, thoughts about a particular virtue, magical traditions. Yeah, I went into the league and I asked them why it mattered that all their mirrors were broken. I got asked to leave the league very quickly. I still don't know why why it mattered, because I decided I wasn't going to look it up on the wiki either. So I'll get to the bottom of that eventually. Accuse them of heresy. Meeting people and making friends is the main thing I'm excited for. Yeah, it is a really good thing. There are, I would say, half of that field love to get new players involved with things, and it's a fantastic thing that when you get to see them, you get to see these new players walking around not knowing what's going on, and then these older players have sort of like taken them on, and it's like, yeah, come with us, come here, meet these people and go off and do, oh, can you go and do this A, B and C for me? It's so much fun. It is so good, and having so many people involved it means then that not only have you met that one person who's tried to give you some stuff to do, but you've also met all of these other people you met on the way as well and spoken to. So after that, you are then, so you can walk along and you can see a guy who you spoke to once, you've learnt his name, so you walk past and you just go, "You right, Dave? How you doing, buddy? You okay? How's things? What are you up to? Anything interesting going on?" And they're a LARPer, so they will talk to you. So it's great. And yeah, it was I love that. That's the thing I love. Um, Grim asked a question. I completely 404 errored. What was the question? Do you remember? Because me and Grim have been involved. We've gone hunting for lots of different things, and sometimes we go hunting for things that are made up, just to get us away from people, which is fun. So I started a newspaper in another LARP, and now people start conversations with me to buy a paper, place ads, and sell me information, threaten my life. Yeah, goals right there. My main goal for E1 is to find a group now. Also, the Binding of Thorns and cool things like that. Yes, Becca, definitely. If because you're going to do the changing of a nation in character, you are going to find that so many people are going to want to talk to you. It's unreal. You're going to get set a challenge as well, more than likely. So, a good way of thinking of it is going up to your egregore, go up to the High Guard High Guard, go up to the Dornish egregore, say, I'm not right for this nation, and all of that, and then go up to the Navarre egregore. I can't remember her name, but she is very small, and she's lovely. And I had a wonderful chat with her when I left the Navarre, and they like to get you. The egregores like to get you doing things. They like to get you role playing. They like to get you to find things out. A good way to do it will be to go up to her and just say hi. So I've been walking a lot recently, and I feel like Abby Pop size. Yeah, actually pretty much. Yes, that's it. Yeah. Can you delete that thing, please, from the chat, Mod? Can you delete Alfie's comment there? Thank you. Can't have full names. No full names, please. Please. Sorry, mate, but yes, Kate. That's the one. So thanks for that. Because she loves to roleplay, and if you go up to her and say, hi, I want to join the Navarre, I want to do this, this, and this, and she says, well, so why Navarre, and what do you know about us? And then she'll ask you a few questions. In the Navarre, you can be in a striding or a standing of one. You can be on your own. No, if YouTube, it's fine. Twitch it's a dodgy grey area. There, I'm not a fan of putting people's full names out there. So I would just rather. Well, we didn't. So, but yeah, cheers. Thank you, Alfie, though, because I'd completely forgotten her name. So you can go into the Navarre, and she can say to you, yep, you're a Navarre now, and then all of that will happen. But you don't have to join a striding or a steading. You really don't have to do that straight away. If you find one and they want you to join in that, then great. Then absolutely fantastic. And if you need a hand doing it, let me know. Okay, let me know. But then again, don't forget, you have got you've got Abby, who's going in, and she's going to be on her own as well. There are going to be a lot of new players in the Navarre. A lot of them not even in the Hefty fam, so they're sinners and all. FaZe Clan Official has now taken the channel. Thanks for the follow, mate. So yeah, feel free to go and chat to these people. Go and find a guide. Get them, because guides are there. Wow.
Bits.
I'll tell you what, if you donate $5,000 in bits, I will go and shave my beard. I'll shave my beard off here and now. I just don't think you're going to do it, so that's fine. Right. There's been TikTok videos encouraging people to be dicks to Twitch streamers. Excellent. My favourite type of cunt. Oh, that's fine. So, oh, excellent. Cheers, Dan. That's awesome, mate. Thank you very much for that. That's good to know. Thank you, Smo. Yeah, so there's loads of people who are going to be new. So, because TikTok isn't enough of a cesspit already. Yeah, I know. They're ruining our shanties. Oh man, yeah, the trolls are on one tonight. So that's 2 then, essentially, isn't it? That we've had so far. We're doing well. Have my pick and mix money, 10 goals.
Have my pick and mix money, 10 goals.
Goals, wonderful. 1.7%. We're doing well. This is really cool. So, yeah. So when it's because it all leads on to essentially we like shanties before they were popular. Definitely. Some of the hipsters that Helen works with, they were playing sea shanties today. Didn't go down well. It's also okay to be mostly a tourist in your first game. Don't feel pressure to do a million things. It's cool to just soak in the atmosphere and interact with people. Let's see if we can hit 2%. Maggie remembers her first shanty. It's not the only first thing she remembers. It's okay to be a tourist in all your games. If you don't want to do anything in a game, just don't. If you want to sit down, watch, listen, learn, then do that. If you want to go off to... what did I miss? My Ferris escaped, me and Mum running about trying to find her. Then she casually strolls into the kitchen from the living room. Brilliant. Yeah, if you want to knit, if you want to do anything like that, then just do it. I recommend Lumi's tea place, because so many people go there, and you can sit there, and I have seen someone with all the in-character newspapers and things like that, and they sat there for like 4 hours just drinking tea.
Loomis hot chocolate is to die for.
It really, really is. Loomis is amazing. It's Lumis. And we've got a hype train going on as well. 2.02%. We're doing really well. That tent is the goal here. Let's see if we can get that tent. Loomis. So there's a lot of stuff like that. So you can just go and sit down. I would have said the Forge as well, but the Forge has become a place where you don't get a lot of people there anymore. It's the in-character bars. So I will always recommend a pub crawl. I'm not sure if I'm thinking of the right place, but I heard there is a place with beanbags and a chat, but nice.
Oh lordy, it's a hype train. Let me be the conductor. Choo, choo. Have all the bits I have right now.
Oh wow. 3.5%.
Choo choo.
Choo choo, motherfuckers. Mother truckers. I always meet up with my brother in the pubs. Best place to catch up. Yeah. Don't make this a war, guys. Please, make it a war.
Choo 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 choo. All the chews.
we done? Are we done? Oh man. Yeah. Go to the in-character bars. They're really, really good.
Chew, 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 chew you.
Oh dear. Oh, I'll show this off as well. Do we like my...
Eku wipes nose.
Cool. Oh man.
Hefty chew chew hefty chew chew hefty chew chew. I chew chew choose you.
I choose you too, Alfie. Save me. Are we... We're done, cool. So yeah, go to the in-character bars. Oh man, my eye hurts now. Thank you, Liam. Yeah, go to the in-character bars. Have a chat with people in the bars because they are there just to chill out. And my eye really hurts. Oh god, a level 2 hype train. I don't think we've ever got there. Yeah, so...
Chewing chewing chew chew chewing chew chew cho.
Are we good? Yeah? Wonderful. So, in the in-character bars, people love to sit down and just have a chat about what's going on in the world. And it's really, really cool. I love going to them, especially the Marchers bars. They are fantastic. Gone from 1% to 7% in an hour. 0 to 7% dead fast. That's really cool.
Chew.
Chew. Yeah. So those sorts of places are good as well. And when it comes to roleplay, having any sort of interaction in character is roleplay. Sitting down in the bar, honk honk. Yeah, so interacting with anyone in character is roleplay. The best roleplay that the roleplay that I love to do the most, apart from, I mean, I know I talk a lot about the drugs, in character drugs, and the drinking, and the fighting, and stuff like that. The best roleplay that I have is, and breathe, Steve, yes. I have to come, we should greet each other with a chew. The most fun that I have is when I'm sat by my fire. I'm sat at Hurst Hall. Got my chair, got my cloak on, and stuff like that. This is my vehicle. It's the first ever car without horn use squeeze. Honk honk. Excellent. Not just a chew. It must be a chew chew. Insanity. So, when I'm sat at the fire, and like other people from the hall are there, and everyone's just sat around, and we're all just chilling out. We've all got a beer, wine, whatever, cider, and we're all just sat there. There's no one else around, and we are talking in character, and everyone can just go, well, this is what I've heard's going on here. And it'll be like, oh, I heard that some emissaries are coming from the Jotun today. Apparently they're looking for like an honor guard for them, and an honor guard pisses everybody off because no one wants to get involved. No one wants to get involved. So why are we giving them an honor guard? It causes an argument, and that sort of stuff happens. But you find out bits of information, and you're just sat there chilling out. It's the only thing I can liken it to is when I'm sat like on the sofa with Helen, or I'm just sat with friends, and we just sat there chatting. But chatting in character, and it's a bizarre feeling, but it's really nice. It's really fulfilling. It's great. When you see or hear something immersion breaking, do you have any tips on getting back into your roleplay headspace and cracking on so it doesn't ruin the moment? Dadford is right next to Silverstone. It's you hear the racing going on quite clearly as well. You get helicopters and planes flying over quite a lot. Hype train success. You received a level 1 hype train emote. Well done.
Hefty train goes woo woo woo.
Wow, that's amazing. Thanks, Doug. So yeah, you get that sort of stuff happen. If you're hearing cars, it's the dire bees. But you get used to it quite quickly, so you can just ignore it. You'll see what you'll get is you'll see people who are having a chat, and they'll see a plane go overhead, and they'll look up at it, and they'll just carry on. It's just a case of just go back into your conversation, go back to what you were doing beforehand. Man, that was next level bits. That was right there, Stug. That was amazing. So, fuck me. So yeah, you get used to it quite quickly. It's quite easy to do as well. Depends on the type of break. If it's a genuine error or someone sorting themselves, then ignore it. If it's someone being unpleasant, either ignore them or tell them. In the middle of some RP here, mate. No thanks. Bit message of the year so far. That was awesome. That was really, really good. Yeah. Because I've seen people who are in the middle of some pretty intense roleplay and they will stop and they have turned around and just said, I can't do this right now. Can we come back to it? And they'll go, yep, I'll meet you in an hour. And then they go off in their own way. And then that's it, dealt with. There is another thing as well, that if people are struggling with roleplay, check on them. If they're on their own and they're sat down, it doesn't bother me at all if people do. It doesn't bother me at all if I'm arguing with someone. I've had people literally stop, look at me, and we're arguing, they're arguing, and it'll be like, yeah, well, you're a prick. Are you all right though? And they'll be like, yeah, I'm fucking fine, you twat. And it's like, yeah, but are you all right? And we'll be like, yeah, we're fine, and then we'll carry on. And things like that happen, or it's just give them a quick tap on the leg, and it's like, you're all right, and they'll be like, yeah, I'm fine. But you will find that if people aren't okay, they will say, and they are very, very good at removing themselves and taking themselves away from things if they need 5. We do have people who just like go and sit in the tent for 5 minutes. We have a massive 7-meter bell tent with a living room and a stove in it. So yeah, so we are more than happy to let people just chill out for 5 if they need it. How often do people laugh during combat, and is it considered bad form? It depends. It really does depend on the moment. If you are in a line fight and everyone's there doing things, because I laugh at everything. Do you consent to this argument? Fuck yeah, I do. Do you? Exactly. It's all dependent on the moment. I laugh at everything. I've had people shouting at me for something, and then as an aside, they'll be like, "Are you okay with this?" Yeah, definitely. That's really that's another good way of putting it there, down. I found it's either during sparring, death, or an arrow nut shot. Yeah, you will find. I've seen people laughing. Like if someone gets a nut shot, you'll get the ooh, and then you see them gingerly getting up, and then you start chuckling away to yourselves, and then you'll see them laughing. I laugh at everything because it's become part of my character. I will in combat, if you're fighting against someone and they're doing something stupid, you can piss them off by laughing at them. That's why we wear a cup. I don't. So yeah, there's lots of things like that going on. But yeah, it's all in the moment. It's just about It's about reading the room. That's pretty much it. Just read what's going on around you. If it's a serious one, like if the fight's going badly for you, you're not going to laugh at it because you're getting annoyed and you're getting in the moment because there's a lot of people like running around. There is genuine panic going on in that sort of thing. So the combat isn't inherently funny. It doesn't feel cringy. It's very immersive and involved for the most part. If you laugh, it's because something funny or silly happens, or you're doing it to psych people. Yep, exactly. That is exactly it. I laugh at everyone. I threaten to turn orcs into handbags, but I propose to them as well. So make of that what you will. I've laughed so hard in the middle of combat, but that was due to a coked up reverend running wildly through a battlefield with Stug chasing along behind. Excellent. Oof. Cup split open and then pinched shut over the contents, but we use steel weapons. I imagine foam ones will be okay. Yeah. You can get bad injuries with the foam weapons still. Like if someone shoots you and they're too close. So that arrow can cut you, can pierce the skin. It's not like you're going to get impaled with it. It's more like it will just cut you. I've been shot in the chin from very, very close range, and yeah, and it gave me a nice gash down there, and yeah, and it was a bit bloody, but that was fine. Someone's been shot in the eye from very close range, and they had to go to hospital. They spent the rest of the event in hospital. I think they spent the rest of the week in hospital, and that was pretty bad for them. So it's the short range eye shots with bows you need to look out for. Yep, definitely. That's for both people to. I mean, it's if you're seeing archers next to you and they're getting ready to fire, don't run in front of them because that could end badly. If you're an archer and you're shooting at someone and they're running towards you, loosen the grip a little bit and then fire before you fire, or don't aim for their face. It's a simple one. My worst injuries have all been from poor footing and special awareness on my own part. There's also the massive potential for injuries due to falling over. My master talent, buy good boots. 100%. Yeah, boots are a must. I've fallen in a hole. We had a very cold and wet event at Dadford, and we were doing a fighting retreat. So you find people struggle to stay icy when going to fight. No, definitely not. Everyone's really involved. It's really immersive. It's just those little moments, but you'll find that something stupid will happen. You'll laugh at it, but then you're back in the moment because you'll get involved again. So it's difficult not to be immersed when you're leading a unit of people and you're going off to go and charge a line of orcs and stuff like that. So it's all been a bit of a it's all a bit of a thing. But yeah, it's few and far between. But my pod shots are most battles. I've been on the battlefield when someone fell over and drove their metal greave into their kneecap. Ouch. Somewhere out there's a video of me face planting at an airsoft skirmish. Then a friend walks over and saves my gun first before me. Brilliant. That's what friends are for. I have seen someone run into a tree and they really badly hurt themselves. They didn't have to go to hospital, but they were removed from the battlefield. So that was fun. I did a fighting retreat, so I was going backwards. I was just walking backwards, and I was fighting off. This is a bit of advice as well when you're monstering. If you are fighting against someone and they're walking backwards, and there's a tree behind them, stop. Because if they walk into it, and then they fall over, there's injuries there. It's one of those moments. I have seen people, to help reset Navarre, fighters just shout strength to the Empire, and then they go straight to the bar. So I have seen people like get pushed backwards, and they have fallen like through the gap of a tree, and they're literally wedged there because their armor is sort of held them in place. So their feet are over, and they're like that with the trees up like that. So they're literally stuck like this. They can't defend themselves. They can't do anything. It's not a safe position, and yeah, and it's not a great thing. So I will always say to people, I will stop. I will take a step back from fighting someone. I'll just go, watch out for the tree. And then they will turn, they will look, and then you'll see them step to the side of it and stuff like that. So it's all, you got to be careful. You got to be safe with these things. Scott said, I've tried to warn monsters before. They distrust me for some reason. I wonder why. So there's things like that you can do as well. So so you have to be safe in these things, because if you are seen doing things that are unsafe, that is when the refs will start to get involved. So as I was doing my fighting retreat, I was walking backwards, and that looked like it was just a little puddle from behind me, and I stepped into it, and it came up to about here, and I'm literally in the water like that, and the monsters, they just started hitting me. And then you get a ref come running over, just like saying, "What the fuck are you doing?" and stuff like that. So it's just like, yeah, piss off and stuff. But yeah, you get the odd one. Yeah. So yeah, shouting, "Watch your footing," reminds everyone to do a quick area check. So I think that's that's a big one. So yeah, I was there and I was covered in water, and it was like -1, -2, and it was raining. And it was all of that sort of stuff, and it wasn't great. But yeah, so I was there, but I was running around, and in that sort of time, by the end of the battle, I was able to, when I took my armor off, I was steaming. So yeah, really, really good. So yeah, Vicar of Dibley style, definitely. That one at the edge of Wintermark. No, this puddle was in. It was sort of in the battlefield, but it was sort of round the other end of the copse. So where you got the entrance to the woods, and you got the entrance, and you got like that path that goes down. It was just into the copse, and we were getting pushed backwards down that way. So that's where I was. I remember monstering a player event as a big monster, and the monster and player lines kept commenting how they were in an unsafe spot but wouldn't move. So I hissed and roared at them and made moving gestures until they rearranged the lines. I think the Shark Herald wants us to move. Best tip is to simply be born with an amazing night vision. Hashtag wasting my potential. Top 3 getting into character tips. My favourite is music and chat for when you're travelling to the event. So whoever you're with in the car, van, bus, train, chatting to them about what you're going to do, what you want to find, what you want to experience. Excuse me. That helps a lot. And then when you get there, sorry, I've got the hiccups. You hear a lot of people listening to music and stuff like that. Music gets you into the mood. Then at about 3-4 hours before time in, everyone starts to put their kit on. An hour before time in, I'll start to put my kit on. You'll find that once you've got started to put your kit on, things starts to fit into place, and you can feel the adrenaline going and all of this. For me, it's the build up is like on the Wednesday, so I've packed all the stuff. The living room's full of crap, and then Thursday the car's loaded and we're on our way. Then we can get, and then you get the moments of talking to everybody, listening to music, and you get excited. You build up your keen. When you're in the field and you've got all your kit on, and you're walking around seeing people again, and everyone's in their kit, everything really starts to ramp up, and it's like Dow said, Anvil really sucks you in. It really, really does. Something I will always recommend new players do, because you get a lot of people who will start at their camp when they call time in. I love to recommend new players, they go off to God, stay by God, they'll call time in, because there's a nice big road that leads you all the way down past all the traders, all the caterers, all the vendors, everything. In character, walking down there and then finding someone and saying, "Can you tell me where the Navara? Where's Dawn?" And they'll go, "I'm not." They'll either say, "I'm not too sure because I'm new," and you go, "Oh, I'm new as well," and then you have a nice little interaction. Where are you from? And all of this sort of stuff. Am I in your will? You know, those sorts of things. Then you get to the nation and you find your camp, and then you go up to all of the people who you know out of character, and you meet them as your new character, and it will be "Oh shit, I didn't think you were coming this time. How you doing?" And then it's like all those nice interactions. It's really, really good. I find an excellent way to get into characters to develop a habit, mannerism for your character to do when doing nothing. Something unique for that character really helps. Alter the mindset. Just absent-mindedly doing what the character would do. I nick stuff. That's it. If stuff's lying around, it doesn't matter if it's mine. Well, if it's not, well, it will be mine. If it's the group's, I'll pilfer it. If it's someone I really like, I'll do that as well. So it's quite fun. As I sleep, I second the walking in from God at time in. It's like walking through the portal. Yeah, that's something else I love. When you're going into the battle and all the nations are stood there who are going in to have a fight, and you're there, and they you hear people. It's like whispers, and it starts filtering through everybody, because it'll be like, "So what's going on? What's going on?" And it's like, "The gate's opening. The gate is opening." And it starts to filter through everybody. And then you're like, "Right, are we going in first, second, third, fourth?" And I mean, like, for me, they always go, the orcs are going in first, your group is going in second, then Dawn are coming in behind you, because the orcs are going to go and form a thing there, and then we'll go and stand 30 feet behind the orcs. So when the orcs charge, we can then charge behind the orcs, and just gives them some effort. So there's loads of stuff like that, and you really get the adrenaline going. And when you walk through the gate as your character, and you're seeing everybody there, and they're like playing music, and they're like cheering you on, and they're all clapping and stuff like that, and all that, and it's really, really cool. I love it, and yeah, it really, really picks you up. It's amazing. He says, "I think the thing I'm most nervous about is if you get hurt and have to roleplay being in pain." There is a picture of me having surgery on my chest and being pinned down by 3 people. You get to scream, you get to shout, you get to hurl abuse. It's so much fun. The first time I got hit, I didn't know how to react. And it was...
You woo plunder me, MacDaddy.
Later. It's so funny because you get to experience that sort of that's how you get to let yourself go. I was really nervous and I was really anxious about doing it, but it's like if someone hits you and they just like they twat you on the arm or something like that, and and you just react, you take the hit, you sometimes like you fucker, and you just respond with anger. I find helps me a lot. If you're knocked down, cleaved or anything like that, shout and then just hit the deck and then let people pick you up, but you get to respond to it. But it's so OTT, it's amazing fun. Like in character hurt, not actually hurt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Scream, shout, let yourself go, enjoy it, and really enjoy the moment. In character surgery is amazing. It's I hardly recommend it. I'm more worried about getting really hurt. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Paramedics walk that field, and if a paramedic is running to someone, then everyone stops. They call man down. So yeah, you'll be fine. And it doesn't. A paramedic could be with you within like 30 seconds. So, I did that, but from the Gate by Navarre, surprised my chapter by turning up because they thought I was at Mitvold. But it was really nice to wander through Anvil as someone who had both OC and IC never been there. Yeah, definitely. There's so much to it. I would feel so awkward in that situation. Trust me, it goes. It really does. The awkwardness, it goes so quickly. You see people doing all of this sort of stuff where they're being quite timid or standoffish, but when they get hit by someone, if you get hit by an impale, a cleave, or anything like that, and you'll see people go, "Oh, you're cleaved," and they're like waiting for a reaction, and you just scream, and you hit the deck and stuff like that. I've seen people who they've been cleaved and they're lying there, and two people are dragging them away from the front line. It's so much fun. It's the combat side of it, the roleplay that you get from combat is great. It's addictive, I think, is the best way to describe it. So yeah. So what kind of LARP are we speaking about? So g'day if you're in NA. This is Empire LARP. It's a low fantasy LARP. It's the biggest. It's the biggest LARP in the UK, and it's the third biggest LARP in the world. It's up there. It's really, really good. I hate the idea of fake screaming in pain. I love it. I had to roleplay having vines growing in my eye sockets. That was great fun. Yep. All of that sort of roleplay is hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Just be like Amy and get short and stab so often you learn real quick. Different strokes, different folks. Something to remember, and I got told off for. If you need a healer for someone, call healer, not medic, because medic is for real injuries. Yes, very much so. Very, very much so, yeah. I need a healer. Someone fix me is one of my favourite ones I've heard as well. Her character had a leg in a splint and then got shot in the other leg. Bees in the Bones is a good one. Green Lung. Oh, there's quite a few. Nothing like wandering up to a healer, coughing up fake blood, handing them a fan of traumatic wounds, and then falling over in a clatter of plate. Yes. So so Scott, you've seen Kit's action in a battle, because that's what normally happens with him. But yeah, traumatic wound cards are immense. They are so much fun. Do you think people are missing out if they aren't taking part in combat? Oh God, no. No, definitely not. If you aren't taking part in combat, that is when the field opens up. So if you imagine on the Saturday and the Sunday, when all the battles are taking place, and all of a sudden 1,000 people aren't in the main field, you then get the free reign of everything. That's when a lot of people do their business, and a lot of people go around and they make their deals and everything, and it's really, really good. I did my back-in and I didn't take part in any combat, and I managed to go off and do some trading instead, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun because the people who are a lot of the power players, and they have all the money and all the items, and they have everything that you need. They're not going to take the field. They're gonna sit there and wait. They're gonna let everyone else do it, and then you get to go off and chat to these people, make deals, make money, buy things, sell things, have weapons, armor, magical items made. You get all of that. So you are not missing out by not fighting. Definitely not. I've not fought in 2 events, and those events were some of the most fun I've had, due to trade or getting married. It was great fun. Love it. So definitely not really. Don't worry. So there's a lot more to LARP than combat, but it is great fun. Not for everyone though, to be sure. Yeah, I haven't played in any combat in 3 years, and having done it in the last event, it really didn't add much for me. Yeah, I agree with all of that. Tubby Ninja, what are you looking at doing, and what's your character design for the field? And then we can probably point you in the right direction for just because it all shows up. So you want to do magic, you've got the Hall of Worlds, and you've got rituals that you can do, and all of that sort of stuff. There's always people to talk to, and there's always deals to be made. So my character is non-combat orientated, but as I was too overwhelmed to try it first, I'd like to in the future. A good way to try combat first is monstering. Just go along a monster, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. You're there to die. So it's really, really good. Definitely try monstering if you're unsure. Loads to do, even not doing any combat. Yeah. Keep a blood capsule at hand is good too. Yeah, some people don't like fake blood, because it can stain the clothes too. Plenty of ways to get icy hurt without doing any magic. Definitely. Being chased around Amber with a creepy special Valorn infection. I was right there. I didn't have green lung. I find monstering fun. You get to fight without the risk of losing your character and get to make other people's LARPs fun. Yes. New player skirmish may be good too, even if you don't intend to fight. Yeah. All the new player stuff worth going to. If you found that you're unsure and you've not been for a while, or you just want to refresh on it, they don't turn people away from new player meetings. If you need a refresher, you need a refresher, and they would rather you came and did that and asked for help, rather than just pretend and do whatever you want. And that, so there's lots of things like that you can do. So you never know, you may enjoy it. I started reenactment as an archer. I love archery. 2 years later, I picked up a sword, and now I wouldn't change it for anything. Yeah, that's pretty much the way of it. It's you get out of LARP what you put into it. So if you want to come along and you just want to trade, you start trading, you will get so much out of trade. if you want to come along just for fighting, there are people there who just turn up to have a fight, and they don't get involved in any of the rest of the game. They will literally sit in the corner of the field. They'll just sit there, and that'll be it. And then when everyone's gearing up for a fight, they will then get their kit on, go and have a fight, and then they'll come back, sit down, and then carry on. And that's what they enjoy. And that's fine too. You get out of it what you want to get out of it, essentially. So yeah, beer and bash, exactly. I do have a question. What defines LARP? I'm not sure, as I've heard multiple explanations for it. LARP, live action roleplay. It's a multitude of things. There's no real easy way to describe it because it's huge. You get games, tabletop games, so like Vampire the Masquerade, D&D, things like that, and it's essentially if you and some friends, you go off into the woods, because near me we've got a few people, it's like 15 people. They'll go off into the woods, they'll run around, they'll have someone play through a story, and then they'll have a bit of a fight, and that's it. And that's what constitutes LARP for them. And then you get people like me, who wants to go and hang around in a field with 2,000 people, camp there for 5 days, and have a big festival thing going on. So lots of barbecues, homebrew, battles with 500 v 500. But yeah, it doesn't have to be fighting either. A lot of people do. I've got a friend who runs LARPs, and he is a fantastic storyteller. Writing stories, reading stories. His job used to be going into pubs, doing town walks, and telling stories. And that is, it's like, think of it as, you get living history reenactment. LARP is that, but for fantasy. It's for something. It's not real. That's the sort of side of it. You get to run around and pretend to be somebody else. I always describe it as telling a story where you're already a character in it while it's happening, and you write your own stories. Yeah, LARP can't be defined in one easy way because it's too big. It really is too big, because LARP covers a multitude of things. So you get the beer and bash. You get the people who turn up just to sit down and meet their friends and chat. Your fight could be trading insults and arguments over the finer points of policy in the Senate. Yeah, politics is a huge thing. When you participate with the large-scale events, are there only roles fillable for fighting? I've looked and honestly felt that it was daunting for someone starting. No, definitely not. You get, if we talk through Empire, you get to the website, you join, you make a character. You come up with a character, a name, you join a nation, you make your character archetype, so how your character fits in within that nation. And then when you get into the field, you are your character. So for me, I am not Steve, a chubby, bald, bespectacled, bearded fellow who lives in the south coast of England. I'm now Mac, or Macus Belisarius Traherne 2 Feet of Wintermark. Also takes a lot of in-character drugs and loves a bit of a scrap. So that's me in character, and I talk and I interact as Mac. When it comes to the battles side of it, every nation has an army. You are, if you want to fight, when they go off to fight, you go as well. Some skirmishes have numbers, but it's all like that. Joining a LARP for the first time is really daunting, especially if you're going on your own. But if you do it, it is the most rewarding, fulfilling, enjoyable thing you will ever do. and once you do it once, you are hooked. You're just hooked. We have in the Hefty fam. So if you were ever to, if you join the Discord that we've got, there's over 200 people in it, all experienced or new. So I just realised I'm putting my fingers up and you can't even see them. So they're all experienced or they're new, but they're all asking questions and they're all keen and they all want to go. Dan, he's on it. He's on the ball. People are in there. They post kit, and you see where people's kit starts. So my very first piece of kit that I ever wore to LARP was an old Nike polo shirt. I cut the logo off. I cut the collar off, and then I stitched it back together badly, and then I wore a green T-shirt over that, and that was my kit. I wore a pair of black joggers and I wore some boots. That was my kit. I couldn't afford anything. And the good thing about LARPers is that they will look at your kit and go, "You've tried. Let's go and have a chat. Let's get involved in the game. Let's play a game," and stuff like that. So there is I can't think of anybody who will come up to you and go, "Well, that looks crap." As long as you're not wearing white trainers, you're great. You're grand. Europe is so much more exciting LARP than the US. No, US, you've got some good ones over there. You really, really do. I had a chat, a friend of mine, Jasper, they're from LA, and I've had them on to talk about these things, and they were explaining a lot about American LARPs, and they are that you've got your blockbuster LARPs over there, expensive but epic. You have your boffer LARPs, which you get the boffer weapons. They don't look great, but they're mainly combat orientated, and then you get your LARPs over there. So you've got let's think what you've got twin masks and you've got Bickerline, bigger LARPs, and they've actually got worlds and they've got stories behind it all. If you join those sorts of things, you get to then make your character, and these sorts of people, they help. LARPers are. Is it? Oh, Bickerline is in Canada, is it? Oh, I thought it was right on the border. No. North America. It's in that bit. Go get Mexico, go north. Bickerline's in that area up there. If you hit Russia, or you see penguins, you've gone way too far. Penguins in the north one? I can't remember. I don't know. So, yeah, everyone is helping. And in this sort of situation, when you get a new player who wants to come along, yeah, one of the two. If you get to... everyone always thinks the LARP is greener on the other side. Yeah. One of the things... you can see Russia from Alaska if you try. Yes. Penguins are not in the north. Penguins are in Pittsburgh. Stop it, Pete. Bickerline looks incredible. However, I did hear some sketchy things about the people that run it. Yeah, their equality things are awful and shocking. That's something that I will... That's a stream on its own. So any of these systems, and you get to talk to people and ask for help and advice and stuff like that. There's loads of stuff out there. If you join my Discord, and you want help and advice, if you're looking to make your own kit, you can make stuff really cheaply. As long as you put in a little bit of effort, it looks amazing. My kit is shocking. My wall skirt's over there. Oh, but my green screen is now blocking everything, so I can't really get to it. That's a shame. Have I got any kit around here? No. Mason, if you come back for my next stream on Friday, I'll have my wall skirt. And pretty good one. We've got the little LARPer. She makes loads of stuff. She's really talented. So it's all that sort of thing. So I agree. As a brand newbie, the Discord has been so informative. It's the reason why I did all of this is to help people. It's to help new people. It's advice. It's knowledge. It's support. Because that's the big thing for a new player. If you haven't got the support there, you can peter out. But that was like a professional plug, Steve. Oh, I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I don't. I'll try not to. So I mean, he's not really. If you've done an art, I can't read that. I have to go to chat. If you've done a LARP North down the other side, it makes it to the South Pole. You've gone too far. Thank you. Germany is incredible. Drakenfest, Skull and Crossbones, the things I'd do to attend those. Yep, I really, really want to do those. Put the stapler down. Yeah, see, don't listen to me when it comes to crafting, because I use a stapler and glue. Did you make any progress on the war skirt after the craft stream? I put it in a pile over there. So no. Yeah, Germany is goals. And you get the best morning routine as well, yeah. Drakenfest is a week long. I want to go experience, but it seems so unapproachable, and basically there is no information online, which is frustrating. Yeah, that's the issue with Drakenfest. But you can take your character from other LARP systems there. So I will be doing. I need to do that. I need that one in my life at some point. The Discord has kept me keen for LARP, and I've been doing it for many years. It's in a pile over there. That is progress, because it's not a pile over here. Yeah, I guess so. So there is loads of stuff that you can do, and this community helps everyone. It really, really does. So we've got we've got some Canadians on there as well already. We've got Canadians, Americans, a couple of Swedes. So yeah, we're global. The morning routine lasted until after 1 p.m. today. One of my Empire mates was chatting to some Drakenfest players, and they thought we were super hardcore Empire because we have 4 events a year. My friend had to explain that our events were over a weekend. Is that the one where people bring horses? Yeah, I think Drakenfest you can bring horses. There's the one in Denmark as well, where you get you can bring your horse if you want to. I need to do that one. I really need to do that one. So join the Discord. Come and get involved. Come and tell us what you want to try, and because we are all happy to help in any way that we can. So I now want pictures of Mac riding a glorious stallion. Glorious stallion. That's on my OnlyFans, I'm afraid. So yeah. I think I've chatted on for enough here. I kind of crashed today, so I've been so I've not been doing. I've just got 0 energy. This has really picked me up though, and it's been really nice. Roleplay wise, how understanding is the field when it comes to new players who may be far too nervous to pretend to be somewhere else? Really understanding, really supportive. If you drop out for any reason and you just like, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know if I can do this at the moment, I'm just not in it. Yep, they really oh, Paladin 21 just caught the end. Yeah, really understanding, really supportive. So if you need to step out for any reason, it's fine. Anyone want to team up to LARP as a horse? Max Glorious Stallion, shotgun the head though. Yeah. No horses at Empire, I'm afraid. Mac next to Putin on his steed. Oh man, yeah. If Rachel's in chat, don't get any ideas. Grim and Mac OnlyFans, when please? No. Maybe if he does enough drugs, he'll try to ride up passing High Guard Priest. At Maelstrom, I was ridden into a skirmish like a horse once. That was funny. That was good. So yeah. So everything, all of this goes onto YouTube, as well. So I'm gonna call it there. As I was saying, I really crashed today. I'm not doing great. But being here and just chatting to you lot really does help massively. And I'm really, really grateful. And 7.76%, we are doing really, really well. Over 3,000 bits. Good work, fam. Definitely. No, Steve. Great stream, dude, as always. Thank you, Dan. I really appreciate it, mate. Thank you, everyone, for coming along. Little LARPer. Friday. I'm going to have Gina on. And she is awesome. She's very, very talented. It's always a great day when there's a hefty stream. Thank you. It was a grand stream. God dear. Yeah, so I'm going to...
Just printing bell 10 bits results. Choo choo.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Love you guys. If you get the chance, look on YouTube. Sips stream test results, because it does that sort of thing. But it's quite funny, and it's got a word in it that is now banned on Twitch. So I'm not going to repeat it, but it's very, very funny. Oh man, yeah, 8%, 8.02%, 3,200 bits. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Yeah, we're well on our way here. Well on our way. Fuck me, that's so funny. So Little LARPer on Friday, Gina. I will find out how tall she is, and we can then compare her and Abby. But I think Gina actually plays in Dawn as well, so should be an interesting one. So thanks everyone for coming along. Look at everyone's bits. Pete. We haven't heard you shout glory for ages, Ben. Yes, so till next time, thanks everyone for coming along. Thanks for the bits. Thanks for cheering me up. Thank you for listening to me waffle on. It's been fantastic. We're still in lockdown. Oh, I forgot my big thing. Heftycon. We are going to have a meetup beforehand. I found tent sites, tenting places that are open. We can't meet there yet, but you can't get that out on Twitch. No, because it's not that big. It's like a little tiny thing. There are some places that are open. If when lockdown is relaxed, I'm going to get in contact with a few places and see if we are allowed there. If the law says that we can, it's my little LARPer. Yes, thank you, Ben. If the law allows us, making me tent at the thought. I was already there, like a pavilion, just a really small one. if we are allowed, if the law dictates we're allowed to, then I will get that put up and we can get something booked and we can just get there, to the tune of Girls on Film. No. So yeah, so that is becoming a possibility because, in all honesty, let's not kid ourselves. I don't think we're going to get anyone. I think we're looking at June, July. What is this? A pavilion for ants? No, it's just really cold in here. So yeah, so that's on the list as well. Yeah, and I've got a lot of other stuff that I have got planned too. Okay. Anyway, classic Steve saying goodbye for like 15 minutes. So I do at Empire as well. I go missing though. Yeah, right. I am going to piss off this time. So thank you everyone again. Remember, other ways that you can help is the Patreon too. I will be putting stuff on the Patreon specifically for the Patreons as well. Okay. So yeah, and if you get any suggestions about anything, just let us know too. Anyway, thank you everyone for coming. Take care of yourselves. Look after each other, and if you are struggling, don't do what I do. Actually, reach out and ask for help. Okay. See you all soon. Take care. Much love. Mwah. Bye bye.
Oh, I thought I heard the captain say, "Leave her, Johnny, leave her," for we were near sunken Catazar Bay.